Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all having a wonderful day today. First off, I would honestly just like to thank you guys. By the time this video goes up, I'm either at or around or have hit 10,000 subscribers. So thank you guys very much for watching, for liking, for sharing, for doing all that sort of good stuff. It really helps out the channel, helps me out personally as well, and honestly, it's a lot of fun to do. And you know, you guys watching and supporting makes it easier to do that sort of thing. So today we're going to be doing a pretty simple video on the giveaway. So 10,000 subscriber giveaway. Fairly simple. Now, of course, disclaimer, this is not affiliated with YouTube or Instagram in any way. So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be giving away one of my AR-15 or AR-10 upper receivers, pretty much any one of your choice. Today I'm going to go through them all and kind of what comes with it, what doesn't come with it, and then you'll have to like a picture on Instagram, and then I'll go through the people that liked it. I'll, do a random number generator between 1 and however many people end up liking the photo. It'll be on my Instagram, which is also linked in the description down below. It'll be a specific photo on there, so you don't need to go through like all my photos. It'll just be the one on there that says like this photo. So specifically, the way to enter is there will be a photo that I'll either put up today or tomorrow, and it's going to be of this book. This is the Iliad by Homer, of course, and this is actually a Franklin Library copy, so this is a beautifully bound, leather-bound book. It's absolutely gorgeous that I just got in the other day. So basically there will be a photo of this book on Instagram, and it will say, like this photo, like the photo, and you will automatically be entered into the giveaway. So that's really all you have to do. Instagram is linked down in the description. You can follow it. You don't have to follow it. But if you like it, and you like the photo, you're going to be entered to win. Now, let's go ahead and get to the good part, and let's go through the upper receivers that I'm giving away. So first up is the newest short boy. This is, of course, the Davidson Defense Delta Team Tactical. They're 9mm upper. Now, specifically, the upper receivers, most of the time, are not going to come with the optics. This one here has an EOTech 512 on it, which unfortunately does not come with the upper. So if you win and you choose the 9mm upper, what you're going to get is the upper receiver, Magpul AFG. You're going to get the Feyachi 1200 lumen light, real Magpul flip-up sights, and probably I'll even throw in the Feyachi magnifier, considering that it was free for me and I'm doing a video on it right now. I will have to finish out the video on it before I send it to you. But yeah, it'll come with everything but the EOTech. The lower and all that, of course, is not included because today we're not giving away any firearms. We're literally just giving away parts, and in this case, a 9mm upper receiver, 7.5-inch barrel, heavy barrel, 1 in 10 twist, so it does a good job with pretty much everything. It has a very standard bolt carrier group. The only thing it doesn't come with is it doesn't come with a dust cover, because the one that it came with was slightly out of spec, so it doesn't have a dust cover on it, but not a big deal for 9mm. AIM Sports quad rail up front. It does come with a little extended latch charging handle that I put on there from Strike Industries. I really like those, and so I use those in pretty much all of my guns. But that's pretty simple. So pretty much it comes exactly as you see it, minus the EOTech. Oh, one last thing, round count is about 600 or 800 rounds right now, so it's pretty much brand new. Next up, there's really not a lot to say about this one. This is the Bear Creek Arsenal M16 A2, A3, A4 upper receiver, whatever you guys want to argue about down in the comments below. But it comes pretty much exactly as you see it. It comes with the carry handle, of course. It comes with their new bolt carrier design. It has, again, the Strike Industries extended latch charging handle on it because I really like those. They work really well. This one here has been thrown in the mud. Round count is around 1,000 rounds. But it'll come complete just as you see it. Not really anything special there. This one here, I'd be sad to see this one go, honestly, because they don't really come in stock very often for Bear Creek Arsenal's website. So picking one of these guys up is a good way to get one for free. Next up, this is my 12.5 AR-10. So this is my AR-10 firearm, technically, although it's in kind of a pistol configuration. This one here is kind of interesting. So it's definitely a hodgepodge of parts. On top, I believe I will actually be giving away this scope with the rifle. I have a video coming out on it on Saturday. There will be a normal video up on Saturday, as there normally is, of course. But so this one here is the UTG 1-8 circle dot reticle, which I'm not a huge fan of, so I'll go ahead and give it away with the upper receiver. We have steel backup sights. Actually, these are aluminum backup sights from, I believe, Trinity Force. 12.5-inch barrel, heavy barrel. The barrel, most of the bolt, the upper receiver, well, actually no, the barrel and the bolt are from ABC Rifle Company, 1 in 10 twist, carbine length gas system on the barrel. You have a really nice 3-prong flash hider off the front of it. It actually bent in the front rail a little bit during a drop test, which you'll see in Saturday's video. And on the light, we have another Feyashi 1200 lumen light. I use these guys all the time. They're like 50 bucks, 40 to 50 bucks depending on when you get them. And they're extremely strong. They're stronger than the rail in this case. It's on a UTG Pro light mount, so it actually pushes it forward, so it's almost flush with the flash hider on here, even though I have the rail cut down quite a bit. We have an adjustable gas block on here. It is the Cotton Arms adjustable gas block, so I have it tuned fairly soft and it cycles fairly well. Round count on this guy is around 1,500, 2,000 rounds, so not terrible, but probably more than what a lot of you will put through an AR-10, considering the rounds are just more expensive. We have a BCM CAG hand stop. On the bottom, we have I believe this is a Magpul sling swivel loop here that I have my sling hooked into. We have, again, a Strike Industries extended charging handle. The upper receiver is actually from Grid Defense. It's a billet upper receiver, so it's actually really nice. It's one of the lightest upper receivers on the market at like 11 ounces. And then on the inside, we have a hodgepodge. So we have a Bear Creek Arsenal bolt, or a bolt carrier, and we have a stock ABC Rifle Company bolt in itself. So bolt and carrier and all that sort of good stuff. The reason that I went with that is because the ABC Rifle Company bolt was not a full auto bolt, and it was a super chunky heavy bolt, so I shaved off a good amount of weight on one of the heaviest parts of the gun by switching to the Bear Creek Arsenal bolt, which has a lot longer cuts on it, so you lose a lot of weight that way. This is also one of those upper receivers that I'd be really sad to go, and this one here actually does come complete as you see it, because this one here will include the optic, but if you do choose this one, I will send it out to you, and I will build another AR-10 pistol upper. So then next up what we have one of my oldest guns. Actually, this is my oldest AR style gun. This is the Bear Creek Arsenal / Palmetto State Armory Gen 2 AR-10 upper receiver. So there's a lot of interesting stuff that went on with this. So the upper receiver is Palmetto State Armory Gen 2, which is a very nice forged upper receiver, no problems there. The bolt carrier is also Palmetto State Armory Gen 2, except for the extractor. The extractor on there broke. So I have a JP Enterprises enhanced extractor, which is stronger. It has the O-ring and the spring on the inside. So it has an enhanced extractor on there, which is really good. So that's an upgraded part for sure. The barrel, the original barrel that came with it was an 18-inch medium profile barrel with a mid-length gas system that, generally speaking, did like 1.5 MOA. I could never get it down to 1 MOA. So the barrel that's in there right now, though, is a Bear Creek Arsenal barrel, 1 in 10 twist, 16-inch mid-length gas system with an Odin Works adjustable gas block on there, so you will get that, of course. And this one here is a MOA or sub-MOA rifle. So I got a little bit shorter barrel, much heavier profile on there, and I got better accuracy on it. On this barrel, there's less than 1,000 rounds on it. On the rifle overall, there's probably about 2,000 rounds on it, considering it is my oldest AR platform rifle. Other than that, we have a Radical Firearms Ghost flash hider on the top of it there, which is just a very simple flash hider. It does a really good job. It's not super flashy, it's not complex or anything. It doesn't have any ting when you fire, which is really nice. You have a 200 lumen, this is, I forget the brand, what is it, NC Star or Vism, one of their key mod lights on here. You get a 13.5-inch key mod rail from AIM Sports. And this light, generally speaking, just won't die no matter how many times I drop it. I actually left it in a bathtub full of water for a half hour, and it just wouldn't die on me. So I just leave it on there until it eventually goes out, which it probably will. Then the only thing other than that is it has a Strike Industries plastic dust cover, just because they're really easy to take on and off, and they're super light, so I put that on there instead, so that's kind of nice. It does not come with the UTG 3-12 on there. This will be going on a different gun or staying on this guy if it's not selected. So this one here only comes with the 45-degree offset iron sights, which are actually partially polymer, partially aluminum, kind of a hybrid design there. So the only thing that this doesn't come with is the optic. Other than that, it is as you see it. Alrighty, and then next up in terms of round count, we have my Bear Creek Arsenal 16-inch rifle upper receiver. This one here has a 223 wild barrel, so it's a hybrid chamber, which is fairly accurate. I've taken this guy out to 550 yards with little issue, meaning that it just wasn't very difficult to take it out. We have a Cotton Arms adjustable gas block on here, which I have a lot of those. We only have a carbine length gas system, so of course I would prefer a mid-length system, but it still works okay. You definitely have a lightweight profile. I believe it is the M4 profile barrel, so it's fairly lightweight, not very heavy, so it actually balances out really well. We have a standard upper receiver, standard bolt carrier group, Nothing really special about it. We do have this nice ambidextrous charging handle. They were the ones that you could get on eBay for like 15, 20 bucks back in the day, which they're no longer available there, of course, since they have changed their policies. Up front, we have a 6-prong flash hider / compensator. So it actually has little tines in between the prongs that do cause some flash because they do kind of act like a compensator. So it's not the best of both worlds. It ends up being not that great of a flash hider and doesn't really do anything compensating wise, but it works okay and it doesn't have any ting after you fire. On the side here, on a little M-lock mount, we have another Feyachi 1200 lumen light. Again, they work really, really well. I'll have a video coming out on them just because I've never had one die, I've never had one break on me. They're generally speaking stronger than the rails, and they put out a ton of light for about 50 bucks. The iron sights, it does come with the iron sights, so they are, again, Trinity Force iron sights, just flip up iron sights that work really well. Again, never had an issue with them. You also have a Magpul vertical foregrip on here. I cut off about halfway because I don't need the long thing sticking out all the way, and I just use the top part of it anyway, so I cut it off just because I felt like it. It does not come with the optic. This is actually the new Vortex Strike Eagle 126, the Gen 2 version. So I have a review coming up on these guys because I have the 1-6 and the 1-8 actually. But does not come with the optic. Have to use that guy for a review. It does come with, again, another, I believe it's a Magpul swing swivel loop for a QD mount, but I have just my sling hooked into it here. And as for round count on this guy, it's about 6,000 rounds. So the barrel is probably about halfway done with its life, considering I don't treat them very well and I shoot a lot of steel-cased ammunition. So other than that, fairly cool. And one thing to mention is that I have never had a malfunction with this upper receiver that was not induced by me turning the gas system off. So, very nice system. One of my favorites to shoot, fairly lightweight. It does have a fairly lightweight profile barrel in there. It's accurate enough, about 1.5 MOA with good ammunition, maybe a little bit less in a better circumstance, but that's as it comes without the optic. And then last of the upper receivers, but certainly not least, what we have here is the most used upper receiver out of any of my ARs, just because it's one of the most fun to shoot with. It's the BCA 10.5 inch. So of course this is a 10.5 inch barrel, 1 in 7 twist rate for the 5.56 NATO chambering. It's about as accurate as 16 inch. Again, it'll do 1 to 1.5 MOA with the right ammunition, the right shooter, all that sort of good stuff. It is, again, a fairly lightweight profile. It is essentially just an M4 profile that's cut down to 10.5 inches with a carbine length gas system. Everything you see on here is exactly what you get. So you get the Trinity Force iron sights, which I use on a lot of my guns. They're very cheap and they work. Again, never had an issue with them. You have a UTG Pro aluminum hand stop, and you get a, this is actually an Acid Tactical 800 lumen light with an adjustable throw. The muzzle device on here is a PWS style flash hider / compensator. It has a bunch of holes in the front here that are supposed to do some flash reduction. It does put the blast away from you, which is nice, but there is still a decent amount of flash on a 10.5, especially depending on what ammunition you use. If you use something that burns powder a little faster, you're going to have less flash on there. So it's not that great of a flash hider, but it does do a good job of pushing that sound away from you. Other than that, standard bolt carry group. The charging handle is another one of those enhanced, so it is a butterfly style. So you can pull from either side just fine, and it is a really nice large gripping surface to really pull on it if you need to. Never really had an issue for it. At this point, it is really marking the side of the upper receiver. I don't really care about that. Speaking of marking up the upper receiver, we're at about 8,000 rounds, 7,500, 8,000 rounds through this guy right now, and it's running really, really well. But again, the barrel is heading towards the end of its life, or at least towards the halfway point of its life for sure. Cotton Arms adjustable gas block that I have tuned. I have it tuned for a silent capture recoil spring. I still have the Trinity Force silent capture recoil system in here, which is a lot weaker than your standard springs. So if you get this and it's not cycling, you just need to add more gas to it, because I have it tuned way down because I have a really weak spring in the back. So those are all of the upper receivers that are going to be part of the giveaway. So again, all you have to do to be entered is go to my Instagram, which is linked down in the description, and I should have a picture up in the next day or two of this book. This is the Iliad by Homer, and I will probably select the winner not this Saturday, but next Saturday. So it'll be up there for a little over a week, so you have plenty of time to get entered in that. So again, Iliad by Homer, Franklin Library Edition. If you see a picture of this on my Instagram, go ahead and like it, and you're already entered. So that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think of these uppers down in the description below. And of course, get entered to win just by checking out the Instagram page and liking that specific post. That's really all you have to do. Once again, thank you to all you guys for watching the videos, for liking, sharing, subscribing. All those sort of things help me out tremendously. One more thing I do want to mention is there is a new link in the description as well. I believe it's going to be the top link in the description, and that is going to be for my Subscribestar page. So for those of you who don't know, Subscribestar is essentially Patreon, but the Subscribestar people are actually pro 2A. They like guns and they like gun content, so they don't limit what you can do on their site. Now, I have a lot of videos that I could film, but due to YouTube's terms of service, I really can't do that. You know, I can't show actual building and completing of firearms. And just a heads up for those of you guys still watching at this point, I am going to have a complete Form 1 guide for a suppressor. I already have my Form 1 submitted, and it's basically just waiting for approval. At this point, I have everything sent in, so I'm just waiting for the approval letter, and then I am good to go building my own suppressor. So you guys are going to be along for that, but probably not on YouTube. That will probably all be on Subscribestar, just because I can't actually show the creation and building and what goes into it on YouTube. So that's just a quick aside for those of you that are still watching at this point and really enjoy the content. So like I said, that's pretty much it. Thank you again to all you guys still watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace off.
Hey you. Yeah, you. What are you still doing here? The video's over. Wait. Why are you still here? Like, share, and subscribe. Or don't. The choice is yours. But if you do subscribe, thanks. And I like pizza. Peace off.